Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I want to share how a simple dead battery led me to check under the hood and find a problem that could have destroyed my engine and cost me thousands of dollars. I also want to talk about something that's been bothering me: important fault warnings. Modern cars are packed with technology, cameras, sensors, and even self-driving features. But when it comes to crucial alerts like engine overheating or low oil pressure, they are easy to miss. But first, let's start from the beginning. How it all started. A few days ago, I tried to start my wife's Suzuki Grand Vitara and nothing happened. If you've been there, you know the feeling. You turn the key, hear a weak clicking noise from the starter, and that's it. Clearly, the battery was dead. Luckily, I always carry jumper cables. I hooked them up to my Peugeot 508, got the Suzuki running, and could have just driven off. But since my battery was still under warranty, I decided to head to the parts store and get it replaced. That's when things got interesting. The parts store was only a few hundred meters away, but even the short drive was enough for the engine to warm up and build pressure in the cooling system. Since my Suzuki is a second car and does not get driven much, I hadn't checked under the hood in a while. So while I was at the store, I decided to take a quick look. That's when I spotted a small coolant stain on the plastic flange near the radiator. Wait, what's that? I took a closer look and found a tiny leak, probably from a small crack. It wasn't a major leak yet, but it got my attention. Now, here's something important about this aluminum engine block. It does not handle overheating well. Many Grand Vitaras on my country have needed complete engine replacement. Not because of oil leaks or major mechanical failures, but due to overheating. This engine's cooling system has some weak points, and once the coolant runs low, the temperature skyrockets within seconds, especially on our hot summer days. At that point, the damage is done. The engine blocks distort, the head gasket blows, and you are looking at an engine swap costing $5,000 or more. Now, imagine if someone less experienced was in my place. Someone who does not check their fluids often and wouldn't notice a small leak. They keep driving, the coolants keep dripping, and eventually, boom, the engine overheats and it's game over. But here's the big question. Why did I have to notice this myself? Where was the warning? Why are critical warnings so easy to miss? And that brings me to a major frustration. Car warning systems. Think about it. Modern cars have 360 cameras, collision sensors, and other systems that helps it drive by itself. But when it comes to the most important alerts, they are barely noticeable. If I had kept driving with a coolant leak, you know what my car's warning system would have done? The temperature gauge would have moved up a little bit, and that's it. No flashing lights, no loud sound, nothing to grab my attention. And here's the crazy part. Some newer cars don't even have a temperature gauge. They just have two indicator lights, blue for cold and red for overheating. How does that make sense? If you are the car guy in the room, you've probably heard this story before. Someone is driving on the highway, does not notice their engine is overheating and only realize when it's too late. So, why don't car manufacturers fix this? I did some quick research, and by research I don't mean academy, I just googled it, and here's a few explanations I found to the issue. First, simplicity and convenience. Car companies claim they don't want to overwhelm driver with too much information, so they simplify the dashboard and only give extreme warnings. Well, if overheating and low oil pressure is not extreme, what is? The second thing is that car companies assume drivers check their fluids. But let's be honest, how many people do you know who actually check under the hood? And of those who do, how many know what to look for? The third thing is cost cutting. Well, adding better sensors and louder warning costs money, and manufacturers don't want to spend extra. The last explanation is the one I would pick if I had to explain this phenomena. Maybe, just maybe, they just don't want to? Think about it. If cars break down, who benefits? Manufacturers sell more parts, repair shops get more work, and the cycle continues. Today's cars are built more like disposable products than reliable machines meant to last forever like the good old Toyotas. I'm not saying it's 100% sure and true, and I'm not trying to make a conspiracy over here, but let's just say that if they really wanted to fix this, they could have done it a long time ago. Well, I can tell you for sure that on some European cars like Peugeot, Citroën and Volkswagen, you have warning that keeps alarming you, but on some Toyota, Suzuki, Hyundai and Kia, I never saw things like this. So since I don't trust my car's warning system to save me, here's what I do instead. Let me give you some tips. First, check under the hood regularly. Look for leaks and check your oil and coolant levels. Second, don't rely on your car's alerts. If you drive a vehicle that works hard like an off-roader or have a weak coolant system, install an external temperature sensor that beeps when things get too hot. There are tons of aftermarket options. Third, if you smell coolant or see steam, pull over immediately. Sometimes this is the first time that something went wrong, and on the worst case, you just saved your engine. Last, carry basic tools and emergency gear. You never know when you'll need them. But I met Murphy a couple of times in my life, and let me tell you, you will need your tools exactly the same day you needed to remove them from your trunk to make some space to whatever it is. In the end, a dead battery saved me from a massive repair bill. I hope this story makes you think differently about car warning system and how important it is to pay attention to the small signs. What do you think? Have you ever found a major issue by accident? Share your story in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe and click on the bell so you don't miss more videos. See you in the next one. It's funny because I have steam going out from my engine bay, and maybe it's a good opportunity to check who is a good person that will tell me your engine is on fire. I'm just kidding. I want to take a short trip and check if there are any leaks. So I want all the coolant that was spilled all over the engine bay to dry out from the heat. So it will take just a 5 minutes trip, I think, and then I will check out what's going on. My mirror was folded. Okay, I don't see any steam coming out